Hi Year 3, hope you're all okay today. Now, we are starting a new unit in SCARF this half term, and this unit is called Rights and Responsibilities. So we are going to be thinking about what our rights are as human beings and what are our responsibilities. So in this unit, we are going to be learning about volunteers, people who keep us safe, our responsibility of caring for the environment, and also our responsibility around saving, spending, and earning money as well. Today, we are going to be learning to understand what a volunteer is and the benefits of volunteering, how new learning is practiced, and why, so that we can create a crystal ball including how we would like to volunteer in the future. So I wonder if anybody knows what a volunteer is. What we're going to do is we're going to watch a short clip from the film Up, which I'm sure many of you have watched before. So we're going to watch this short clip and I want you to start to think about what a volunteer might be. Which character in this clip could be a volunteer? And what do they do?
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54, Sweat Lodge 12. Are you in need of any assistance today, sir?
No.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
I could help you cross your porch.
No.
Well, I gotta help you cross something.
No, I'm doing fine.
Good afternoon. My name is Russell, and I am a wilderness explorer in Tribe 54.
Slow down.
Sweat Lodge 12.
Kid!
Are you in need of
Thank
any
you,
assistance
but I don't need
today?
any help.
Ow.
Proceed.
Good afternoon.
Let's skip to the end.
See these? These are my Wilderness Explorer badges. You may notice one is missing. It's my Assisting the Elderly badge. If I get it, I will become a senior wilderness.
So that short clip from Up shows us a little boy called Russell who was knocking on the door of an older man called Carl. And he was asking if he needed any help or assistance. So I'm sure many of you have watched Up before and you know how in that film Russell helps Carl achieve lots and lots of different things in the film and makes a difference to his life. So I wonder if anybody can explain what a volunteer is. I wonder if that video has helped you. A volunteer is somebody who gives up their free time to help others, just like Russell does in Up. They do not receive any money for doing this. I'm sure you can now start to think of some other volunteers that you might know in your lives or that you can think of or that you've seen before. Russell is an example of a volunteer who helps the elderly, and that's that badge that he was missing in the film. So let's have a look at some other examples of volunteers now. So here you can see lots of different images of different volunteers. So here at the top, we have two volunteers here, two girls who are volunteering in a school in another country. Okay, so these volunteers are helping children with their education in another country whose education is not as great as ours in the UK. They are making a difference to their education to help them learn. Here you can see some children volunteers. So these children are volunteering in a recycling club. So they're making a difference to the world and the environment. You don't have to be an adult to be a volunteer. Here you can see a volunteer in a library, in a school library. So often we have volunteers that come into school. Can you think of a volunteer that you might have worked with in school before that's either come to read with you? Lots of our parents are volunteers. They come on trips to help us. They're helping you to learn and they're helping the teachers as well. Here you can see a volunteer who is helping an elderly lady. Often volunteers might go into care homes to help elder people to feel happier and connect with them and to socialise with them. Here you can see some volunteers that are helping at a food bank. So they're creating food parcels for people who do not get enough food in their lives. So they're helping them to keep healthy and nourished. And here you can see some volunteers that work for a charity, and they are fundraising. And often that's a real popular way of volunteering. So fundraising for different charities and different causes. And often we fundraise in school, don't we, on special days as well. So there are some examples of volunteers. I wonder if you can think of any other ways that you might volunteer or ways that you've seen before. Pause the video and have that conversation with somebody around you now. Well done, Year 3. I'm sure you thought of lots and lots of other ways that you can volunteer. Remembering that that means it's somebody who gives up their free time to help others. They don't expect any money for it. They are doing it purely to help others. So why is volunteering important? Why is it a great thing to do? We're going to watch a short video now about a little girl who is a volunteer, and we're going to think about what she does and why it is important.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm 13 years old and this is my volunteer story. Come on, girls! I love singing, looking after my pets and hanging out with my family. But volunteering has always been a big part of my life. Just 2 weeks after I was born, my mum took me into a nearby nursing home.
And the residents used to play pass the parcel with you when you were a baby.
Really?
Yep, they used to get a big kick out of it. They used to fight over who was going to hold you.
I dressed up 8 weeks later as the Christmas angel for Christmas time for them. I had a little halo, a little white dress. A lot has changed since then, but I still visit the nursing home all the time. After school, I catch the bus to the nursing home every Thursday to work there until 5 o'clock.
Got some little friends? What are your little friends' names?
Their names are Madison
Oh, that's a nice little name, isn't it?
and Hannah.
Oh,
I usually talk to them, I usually cook for them, and maybe listen to their stories they have about their life. Just need to find all the edges. I've met some really interesting people. Some still remember me when I first came in as a baby. Do you remember me dressing up as the little Easter bunny and...
yes, and you gave out the Easter eggs.
Yeah, and one year I was a Christmas angel.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Coming here is a way for me to help out and make new friends. Even if things don't always go to plan.
I'm not a very good putter on.
Neither am I. I usually tell them stories and they tell me stories about their past lives and their childhood and if they were in the wars, and it's really interesting to hear their stories. So then I can tell my parents about what I learn about them. My family has been involved in volunteering for a long time. So why do you think volunteering is so important in our family?
I think volunteering is very important, not only for our family, but for other people and other families, because it gives us and them a chance to give back something special to people who wouldn't otherwise have it.
I usually look after my mum when I'm not at the nursing home because she gets sick pretty easily, so I usually take a lot of good care after her, and she does the same for me. So whether it's looking after my mum or being at the nursing home, I know I'm making a difference by volunteering. It makes me feel really good knowing I can help others. And if you volunteer your time, I think you'll feel the same way. But you'll just start falling in love with it and it's just amazing.
Wow, how great was Sophie, a young volunteer that was really making a difference to the lives of others. Sophie volunteered in a nursing home that helped her when she was little, and you could see all of the wonderful things that she was doing with the elderly people who were in that nursing home, playing games with them, cooking, just talking to them. And you could see the smiles on the residents in the care homes' faces and also on Sophie's faces as well. Sophie's face when she was volunteering there. So why do we think volunteering is important? What did we notice in that video that really showed why volunteering is something that we should all do in our lives at some point? We know that it makes a difference to other people's lives. By helping and caring and listening to each other, to others, we're making a difference to them. The elderly people in the care home that Sophie volunteered in could often feel lonely. And she's making that difference by going to that care home and connecting with them. She's making a difference to them. They're not going to feel lonely when she's talking to them and making them feel good. So you can make a difference to other people's lives. If you think about fundraising, you are getting money for a charity, and you can make a difference, and they can spend that money to help make people feel better. You can make such a difference by volunteering. To give and connect with others. So we've touched on that. So you are giving to others. You don't have to always give money from volunteering, okay? It doesn't cost anything to help the environment in a recycling club or to go and connect with the elderly, okay? It doesn't cost anything, but you are giving your time and your love and your care to others, and that's really going to make the difference. You might not only be making a difference to other people's lives, but you are going to be making a difference to the world and the environment. Let's say you've volunteered in a gardening club or with a recycling club. You're making a difference to the environment. You're making this world a safer and a healthier place to live in. How amazing would that be? And finally, to feel happier ourselves. Do you remember Sophie said in the video, it makes me feel good. It makes her feel good knowing that she can help others, okay? When we give to others, it makes ourselves feel better too. There are lots and lots of reasons why volunteering is important, not only for the people that you are helping, but also for yourself too. Okay, now today, I want you to look into your crystal ball and I want you to think about the future. How would you like to volunteer in the future? Today, I want you to have a conversation with somebody in your family about how you might want to volunteer in the future. Is there a way that you might want to volunteer in school when we're all back together very soon? Is there a way that you want to volunteer in the community? Is there a way that you want to volunteer in the world? Okay, so how would you like to volunteer in the future? If you haven't got anybody to talk to this afternoon, you can create a poster to show this, or you can just think about this yourself and have that conversation later on this evening or at the weekend. It's really important to talk to your family about this because you might think about ways that you can volunteer together as a family. So you don't need to send anything over to us this afternoon. We want you to have that conversation as a family. But if you do want to share the ways that you want to volunteer or how your family wants to volunteer, you can send that over to us on Class Dojo if you'd like to. Okay, have a brilliant weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week. We've got 1 week now until we're all back together. Bye.